Hi. I hope you remember that story I told you in the first session. Yeah, about that very strict father. When we talked about that personality. The strict father who made two of his sons, one very obedient and the other one quite rebellious. Yeah, that type of men. Have you ever seen people like that? Might be your father was like that, very strict. Or you might have seen an uncle like that. Or your grandfather might have been someone like that. Someone who thinks that what I am saying is only right. No one else is right. And everyone should follow my path. And here I'm not only talking about men, there are women also like that. So this type of people who think that what they are thinking is right, that type of people are called the critical parent or the controlling parent. And as I told you before, we all have a parent, an adult and a child in us. So we do have a critical parent inside us. Maybe the critical parent level is very high in us or could be very less, depending on how we are expressing. So I'm not just talking about our parents, but I'm talking about when we are expressing that behavior. When you are behaving to others in a way that you are saying what I am saying is only right, you should follow me, then you are behaving in the form of a critical parent or a controlling parent, which is called the CP. So just like the child, which has two different forms or two different variations, like the adapted child and the natural child, the parent also has two different forms, the critical parent or the controlling parent, and also the nurturing parent. So the critical parent is one who follows the rule books very definitely, one who thinks that I have to take control, then only the other people will be okay. Like people who say that spare the road and spoil the child, so that they feel like beating a child is quite justifiable. So people who think like that, the one who is very strict, the one who always follows things in this particular way, that is the critical parent. So whenever you are doing things in that way, you are behaving in your critical parent. Now, just for a moment, think of your mother when you're very sick and she just comes and keeps her hand over your forehead. That cool touch, that care, that is the nurturing parent. It need not be the mother, it need not even be a woman. Even men have that nurturing parent in them. We all have that, the nurturing parent in us. When we are taking care of others, then we are in the nurturing parent mode. So parent also has two different forms. That is what we are trying to say here. The critical parent and the nurturing parent. The critical or the controlling parent controls others because they think that only they can think what they are saying is right. Whereas the nurturing parent is quite nurturing. They always come forward to help. Now, do you think having a critical parent in you or behaving that is very bad or very good? There is the positive critical parent, like when a doctor tells you, stop smoking, it's bad for your health. The doctor is behaving in the critical parent. The doctor is saying those words the same way his father might have told him to stop doing this. But that works there, right? He cannot say that, okay baby, you should stop smoking, otherwise you will die. No, this is the way to deliver that. So that is the positive controlling parent or critical parent. But at the same time, as a boss, I am telling my subordinate, you are again repeating this mistake. Or as a mother, I am telling my child, Whatever I tell you, you're still making the mistake. I'm pointing the fingers like this and talking. Usually the critical parent does that, point the fingers and talk. But when I'm doing like this, I'm accusing a person, then I'm in the negative critical parent or negative controlling parent. Similarly, even though the nurturing parent is very nice and caring and helping, that also can be positive or negative. Like a positive nurturing parent helps someone very positively. Like when someone is very sick, taking care of them, that is a positive nurturing parent. Giving the love, giving the support, nurturing, that is a positive nurturing parent. But sometimes just because you are in your you are in your nurturing parent form, you will just say that, leave all those things, sir, I will do that for you. Have you ever done things like that? Just trying to help your child doing homework and doing all the homework by yourself. Then you are in your negative nurturing parent. Because you are not letting the other person grow up. Taking their responsibility also onto your head. Then you are in your negative nurturing parent. I hope you got it straight. So these are the two different forms of the parent also. Now, we talked about the two different forms of the child, the functional child, and now we talked about the functional parent also. Are there different forms of functional adult? Actually, no. The adult has only one way of behaving, that is in the here and now. The adult always uses whatever is present, the present resources, and then do what can be done here and now. That's the adult. So the adult is like a computer, processing information and giving out what is necessary. So these are the different forms of the functional ego states. So when we discuss the structural ego states, we talked about the three forms. Remember those circles? The parent, the adult, and the child. Similarly, we have the functional ego state. So the parent is now divided into two, the controlling parent or the critical parent, the CP, and the nurturing parent or the NP. Then we have the adult. Then we have the child, which is the adapted child or the free child or the natural child. So that's all for today. Thank you.